Welcome back to Pillars of Eternity Deadfire. I am Nud. I am Nud, the pacifist blade, and we are following Yulutli through her adventures in the Deadfire. This is going to be episode 2. I'm calling character creation episode 0, or the pilot. Yeah, let's call it the pilot. Pilots are always sort of rocky, right? Sort of like when you're watching the 5th season of Friends and you go back to the pilot, you're like, damn, this was low quality. I mean, darn, this was low quality, family friendly. A couple of things I did off camera. I went to get through some of those traps. I think in the locked chest there was just money and this really chic Valian garb. How would a deer look in really chic Valian garb? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's delightful. No. I'm sorry. How inappropriate is this? We are going to be wearing this until now, which is, I guess, pretty Valiant without the... Would the deer look more normal in this? Yeah, he does. He does, yeah. But we're going to wear it. I don't love it, but we'll replace it pretty soon. Oh my goodness. That was great. Right. I also have replaced Cosmo the Space Pig with Comet the Space Dog. I feel a little bit bad. I used Cosmo like for the entirety of Pillars of Eternity 1, I think. I just never changed my pet, but now the Constitution, well, not a bad thing, it's just not what I'm going for. And Comet gives +1 to might, and I'm pretty sure that Yulutli,
this looks great on me.
She's a dog person.
What can I do?
Yeah. I mean, I don't say that because she's not a pig person. I say that because I also considered Luna the cat.
At once.
But I figured, yeah, she'd be a dog person. Onward to the Deadfire Archipelago. Why do I say arpeggio? Who says arpeggio? Is that a word? Am I making things up? I'll look into that later. The world map. What does tutorials have to say about the world map? Clicking on the world map will have your party navigate to the selected location. To toggle on/off the camera automatically following. Yeah, I see that right there. Continue. That's it. You can pick up stuff here. What do we get from this? Hardtack. Delicious. Ilinet's fork. In the distance, you see a simple wagon. The angle at which it rests on the road, one side jutting above the other, suggests that it has been damaged or disabled. Even from your vantage, you can make out kith milling around it. We're going to approach openly. Really not a sneaky person. As you near the cart, you make out a group of red Sarens, pilgrims, in rough spun linens and cottons. A single draft horse stamps the ground impatiently, as two of the pilgrims argue over the front right wheel, which seems to be hopelessly stuck in the mud. One of the pilgrims notices you. Her step back draws the attention of the others, and a man in well-worn Gameson steps forward. The weight of deep concern hangs on his face. Did the dreams bring you? I think these are Dawn Stars. Did the dreams? No, that's British. I'm not even going to attempt it. Did the dreams bring you here as well? The other pilgrims look at you with a mix of apprehension and hope. Dreams? We are farmers. We come from Redceris to work on the colony fields. Let's try that again. We're farmers. Come from Redceris to work on the colony fields here. We're believers, all to the one, in the light of Aethys. The other pilgrims nod fervently in agreement. A woman with a smiling baby lifts the infant's hand to wave. We've been having dreams. 3 stars sailing through the sky, piercing the black of a storm cloud. Forgive my bastardization. Forgive my... That word wouldn't have been family friendly. Forgive my... shameful accent. Figured it must be him. Aethys calling to us. So we came here, to the place we saw in our dreams. The pilgrims look around, matching their sleeping memory to the present. We saw the giant pass, with 3 stars on his brow, but... He sighs and gestures to the wagon stuck in the mud. Sad to say, we could not follow him. Wheel stuck is stuck yet. None of us are strong enough to lift that corner up to get something under it. More than one of us tries, and we just get in each other's way. The other pilgrims nod and stretch, suddenly remembering their aching bodies. Let's keep in mind, if I am attempting to do this accent now, it will probably be the same accent for every single Red Saren Dawn Star we pass upon at every point in the game. Let me take a look. A brief inspection reveals the wagon is undamaged, but the wheel is stuck fast in the mud. We have some wood, the old man says as he gestures to the back of the wagon. If we can get the wheel up, we can slide that beneath it. Inside the wagon, you see several planks of wood. A small box of valuables sits to the side. One of the younger Dawn Stars looks at you, eyes wide. Reckon you can lift it? And we're going to attempt to lift the corner of the wagon. Really either of these can pass this check. I'm gonna let a deer do it. The deer squares themselves to the wagon's corner, squats deep, and rests the wheel up from the mud with a grunt. A young Dawn Star stands in shock for a moment, reacting just in time to thrust the thick board beneath the wheel. It takes the better part of an hour to lay down a safe path for the wagon to roll free of the mud. The laboring Dawn Star glistens with sweat, but laugh happily. The laboring Dawn Stars, plural, Dawn Stars, glisten with sweat, but laugh happily as they sing songs of praise for Aethys. And we got a minor positive reputation with the Dawn Stars. That's the way it's going to go. A lot of people are going to like us. Not everybody. You can't please everybody. 2 hours passed. Smiling, their leader presses a small pouch of coins into your hands. We appreciate the help. Without you, who knows how long we would have been stranded out here. They begin to prepare their wagons as you take your leave. 15 silver pfennig. Oh. How deliciously complex and annoying at the same time. 15 silver pfennig is worth 6 currency. I don't know. It's cool that there's different currencies. Super. Oh, the old man calls out to you as you go. Take care of yourself and your soul, traveler. Whether you came for Aethys or not, we know in our hearts that he's come for us. Yeah, that's deliciously complicated. Yuludley is and co. Is gonna go over here because I know there is the burial site. Huana tribes traditionally heap their dead on pyres or give their bodies to the deep sea. But mounds like these suggest that the Rangas honor wealth and distinction. Rangas of honor, wealth, and distinction were buried nearby. What do we got? That's cool. That makes me feel good. Add grave robbers to the list of things we do. While wandering the Deadfire countryside, you stumble upon a site used frequently for ritual cremations. Beside the flat expanse of earth where a pyre might have been sits a small crypt full of beautiful baskets containing cremated remains. Search this location. You take some time to search the burial site. You find nothing of value. Continue poking around the burial site for anything useful. You find a yellow scroll. Scroll of Nature's Mark. Continue poking around the burial site for anything useful. You find nothing of value. You continue poking around. I'm not reading this anymore. Oh, a sabra! And find a weapon beside the remains. Continue. A ward stone nestled among the offerings. A great sword. You've rummaged through the whole burial site. There's nothing left but the dead. This is gonna be kind of, I guess, kind of a minor role-playing contradiction. I'm gonna look through the burial sites, but Yuludley will not take things from offering plates in temples. Doesn't matter what god it is. She's just not into taking directly from the offering plate in front of the statues. It's what's not being taken specifically. If there's chests in the back of the room or whatever, the things that are intended as offering to the gods, she does not steal. But kind of in a dickish way. That's not family friendly. Kind of in a terrible way. We'll still go through the burial sites. Yep, there you go. Port Mage. Port Mage, is that what it's called? Port Mage. Yeah, we're gonna go with Port Mage. I haven't actually thought about what I want to accomplish in this video. Goodness, my doorbell rang. Had to rush to get it. Long load screen. Had enough time to answer the door. Ado, good day. What does Ado, good day mean?
Better see what that crowd's about.
I'm probably not gonna read. Yeah, let's go see what that crowd's about. I'm not gonna read
What
those
if the giant comes
descriptions
this way?
Please, everyone stay calm.
The man at the center of the attention appears to be fielding inquiries from both the gaggle of townsfolk gathered around the platform and a rather severe-looking Amawa woman standing just beside him.
Please, Everyone remain calm. I assure you I will do everything in my power to get you the answers you need. Our friends among the Huana
have offered you hospitality and safety from the storms.
The Amao woman folds her arms.
Yes, I think we are all keenly aware of the debt of gratitude we owe to the...
I have personally seen to the safety of your homes. Now you will do the same for our families.
What about our families?
What about the ships? How are we supposed to feed ourselves?
If everyone would...
As Clario's gaze sweeps across the crowd, it falls upon you where it remains. A few more heads turn to see what has caught the governor's attention.
It's one of the pirates.
At this alarmed cry, the whole crowd turns to regard you. A startled, expectant hush falls upon the gathered throng. Here's the part. Yep. I am not a pirate.
Everyone stay calm. I think it's clear our guest is nothing of the sort.
At least we're in agreement on one thing, Clario.
2 of my guards reported a ship flying deer wooden colors, fallen prey to a private vessel. That would be your ship, I assume.
Deerwood represent what? The crowd quiets somewhat at that, though you still find yourself the target of a few glares.
That would make her lucky. Your own vessels do not usually fare so well.
The woman regards you with bland curiosity.
Quite.
Here's the part where we get to be clever. If I was all that lucky, I wouldn't have crashed here.
Perhaps not, but I suspect some good can come of this. Per complanca, everyone, forgive me. I believe this matter requires my attention. You have my word that I will keep you apprised of any changes. Especially you, Mestre Ekawa.
Do not flatter me with Valian titles. You are distracted with your newcomer and wish me gone. But I will not go far, Governor Clario.
Geralde. As for you, stranger, let us speak at my estate. We'll discuss your predicament.
And like in any RPG, you go to the estate last, because that's like the main thing you have to do. And you're like, well, I'll just get distracted with everything else I possibly can first. Why are the Amawa walking off in this direction? I'm almost certain that the closer way to get to their village is this direction. At least that's what it appears from the map. Let's go see if we can pick up a bit of gear. Yeah, I don't have this special vendor, but I do have a craftsman. Oh, that's nice.
Here you find civilization, Aimika. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive.
Damn. Darn. We did not pay very good money for our haircut.
That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne?
Show me what you have for sale.
A wise and prudent decision.
That's really just what I want. I just want some brigand. I don't think he has anything else that is significantly appealing to me. Maybe he's got like some unique stuff down here. Yeah, Shattered Vengeance. Darn. Club, one-handed. I don't want a club. Swordman's Braces. Oh, that's kind of cool. 1,000? Let's see if we can't sell some stuff to you that we don't want. I don't want this leather. I would only keep this to see how silly it looks on other people. I don't want this great sword. I don't want this hammer. I don't want this crossbow. I don't want the simple clothing I came in. I don't want this. Nor this. Nor any of that. Wow. 26 gold. We are making bank. 47. Never did I think that I could. Was that more? Is a hat worth more money than a dagger? It is. This is a butter knife. 5% plus 5 to accuracy for a knife? It's a good butter knife. Let's sell this as well. Do a take the swordsman bracers. The sidekicker's belt. Plus 10 healing gun. Essence interrupter. That's a pretty weird looking bow. Oh! No, this is worth a lot more money. I don't know what's happening. There we go. The brigand is going to be heavier than this, which is 7. And I just I don't know. I just look so much cooler in the brigand armor, I think. I don't like the look of that strange. I probably won't wear full plate either. Yeah. I'm gonna sell this to you too, my friend.
What can I do?
We can go down this
Certainly.
way and talk to some Dawn Stars. We'll probably... This'll be sort of like a slow video.
Accept the light, and you shall be redeemed.
A woman shouts, arms raised high and wide. In each hand, she grips a golden candle. The flames gutter wildly as she gestures to the crowd before her. The missionary holds a candle to drip wax in the shape of the 3 stars on the forehead of each kneeling worshipper. One of them stumbles back, swiping the hot wax from his skin.
Sei futtito! Madicchio! I did not sign up to be burned!
Ooh! Goodness! That's not cool. What do you think you're doing?
Idling, that's what. Making ourselves feel all requited.
Arms crossed over her chest, a shorter, darker-skinned woman watches the ritual with an ornery sort of expression, her delicate chin jutted up.
We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
As she steps forward, she reaches for a peculiar-looking lantern strapped to her hip.
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Rather than discouraging the other Dawnstar, the accusation seemed to kindle a stubbornness inside her. Shoulders set, she grins.
Here, I'll light them all at once.
Metal clanking, she sways an eerily lit lantern in an intricate pattern before her. The priestess bites her lip, swinging harder and faster. Lithe arms, hurtling the weapon with a deceptively hidden strength, until she thrusts it hard out into the crowd, splattering everyone with wax. What souls are you on about?
The ones I dreamed died.
Her words falter as she gets a good look at you for the first time.
I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism.
Yeah, we're curious. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole here. You dreamed people died?
Sure did. I get those kind of dreams sometimes. The ones that turn out true. Nightmares, more like. Terrors that come true.
She rubs a palm over the back of her neck.
Had 'em since I was a little girl on the farm. Guess Gone was speaking to me even then.
Some of our brethren suffer from these visions more than others, while some of us, favorably, have none at all.
It ain't a curse. It's a blessing. A mark of the divine.
Zuti shrugs. What happened here?
It's madness, right? Who'd have thought a giant green statue might storm through the port?
At the memory, her pupils gobble up the warm brown of her eyes, and the remaining darkness gleams wickedly. I don't know if I should have chosen that one. I kind of know what happened here. Maybe I'm just...
I did. I dreamed it for months, again and again, and night and day, until I pushed the others to come here. We told the governor, but he wouldn't evacuate on account of me, not knowing exactly when our god might arrive.
No one believed it. But how could we know?
The woman wrings her hands before wiping trembling wax-smeared fingers down the sides of her robe. I'm looking for an Adra statue, yay high, inhabited by Aethys?
I knew it!
She clenches her grip on the sickle in her right hand. Yeah, the sequence of my responses don't make much sense right now.
Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams.
Ooh, a candy. Ooh, a candy.
I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul.
Why do you want to go inland?
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Joti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wingleth, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours?
I'm a watcher. Yeah, Yulutli is a little too transparent to be choosing option number 2 here.
So you can see souls? That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it. And here you are, following my god. Watcher, will you take me with you?
A fine proposition. I'd enjoy the company of a priestess.
I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
She beams brightly.
You won't regret this.
She steals a shy glance at a deer.
Hey.
A deer half nods without looking in Zoti's direction. He seems suddenly focused on something in the distance. A tad too eagerly, she saunters close beside you.
At least take care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
The older priestess sighs, shaking her head.
So don't tell her. What the high priestess doesn't know won't hurt her.
Grinning, Zoti waves her brethren a curt parting. Oh, man. Sometimes I think to myself, I want Zoti to be a monk. Sister of the Reaping Moon. That's pretty cool. Like a special monk class. At the same time, she's by far really the only dedicated healer in the game. Even, what is his name? The druid in Neketa, he's like a decent healer if you build him that way, but he's certainly not set up for it the way Zoti is. The buffs and everything. Plus, I don't really know. One of the mistakes I feel like with Zoti's character is the weapons they give her really play into her story as a harvester of Gon. But they're melee weapons, and as a frontline fighter, she's just really weak. She dies very quickly. So I usually take away her sickle and give her a blunderbuss, but I usually keep her lantern, which is supposed to be a shield, mostly just because of how important it is to her character and the backstory. So I'm going to stick with a priest as a harvester of Gon. Oh, we get to chat with a deer. Let's do that. Let's chat with a deer.
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know. Just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around. See if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Zoti rubs the back of her neck, clearly uncomfortable. How's she already into him? Like, I can see how she could be like, he's kind of handsome, despite the fact that he could be probably my father. But she's already like, what? You got another woman? How did you know her?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple.
A deer looks askance at you? What does askance mean? This has got to be some sort of... I'm looking it up right now. Give me a moment. An attitude or look of suspicion or disapproval. It is a word. Brilliant. That's brilliant. You can trust me, you know.
All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room.
Zoti's face mottles bright red. She turns away, hands covering her eyes. Yeah, we're just gonna go with the first one. Neither the passionate nor the diplomatic plays into Yulitli's character. I get the picture.
I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling.
Great.
What can I do?
I'm gonna try and post these videos. Well, I guess if I were to... By the time anyone sees this, this will be posted. I waited until I was like 10 videos in to
Absolutely.
post the last time.
It's not right. I came here on the first ship. Why does an islander get paid the same as I?
They're bigger than you, and they haul cargo without whining about it.
It's not right.
I am undecided on whether I want to participate in any of the game romances, and if I did, there's only two characters that I would possibly do it with. Zoti or Seraphim. Zoti because her disposition most aligns with Yulutli's disposition about the world. Or Seraphim, because Seraphim is an Orlan. And I mean, like, how does that work? Like, obviously, the different races in Aora are not like humans. If you are to make an unsavory comment, there's a point where you can make an unsavory comment. I think about a pale elf. I forget which pale elf. And everybody gets mad at you for racism. I'm gonna talk to this guy and then continue my rant.
You have to do something.
Per
Any of us will
Complanca.
be next.
Don't tell me you're here to complain too.
The guardman covers his face with his hand, groaning.
The virus. Are they recruiting right off of the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak.
What's going on?
A fight, Mestra. One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worst for it.
He jerks his thumb toward the nearby door.
Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Aumaua. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa. Much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter. If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
Darmo makes a sharp, frustrated hand gesture and turns away. Alright,
I cannot imagine who might wish to harm.
so the thing of it is, like, so you get sort of the anti-racism chime for making comments about a pale elf's features. And that's fair. It's not a polite thing to do, definitely. At the same time, clearly clearly Orlans and humans are of different species. And I'm not theorizing or pondering upon the private parts of Orlans versus humans or versus anyone else. It's just a little bit weird. So yeah, I should hopefully have these posted in time enough that people can comment in the comment section on whether I should go for Seraphim or whether I should go for Zoti or whether I should go for no one.
Happily.
"10 Years of Dawn." This is a long book. Yeah, I think we're gonna skip it. Here's a contradiction both in role-playing and in the game itself. Why are all of these like free for the taking? Like, no one that's done as funny as the other one. Why can I take anything in here without...
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Indeed.
Without sort of reprieve. Without, like, consequence. And then I come in here and you're stealing that, you're stealing that, you're stealing that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are some things in a building stealable and some things are not?
Tori, is that you? Wait, who are you?
The figure in the bed is a young Valiant man. The first thing you notice is that he seems to have been severely beaten. One eye is nearly swollen shut, and where his skin is revealed a patchwork of livid bruises. He groans and winces as he props himself up, glaring at you with one good eye.
I know exactly how he feels. And I beat up a lot of folks just the same way.
Thoughtful, Sati rubs the knuckle along the edge of her jaw. What do we got here? Yeah, that's my relationship with other people. I don't know. I didn't say anything in here, so...
Come to laugh? Madiko, this would not have stood in Ozia.
He yanks at the bedsheets, trying to cover himself. In Ozia, there'd be a crowd in here to taunt you. Ringo barks a short laugh, then immediately winces. Sati lifts her chin in interest.
Maybe you are right. So you are visiting. What do you want?
What happened to you?
These Juana. They are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me, out of nowhere. I had not spoken a word to her, the mad devil. Look what she did to me, my ear.
He turns his head, and you see that there is a scabbed over notch where a chunk of flesh has been torn away from the left ear.
When the fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away, bold as anything.
That's awful.
Well, clearly you have more compassion than the host of cackling fools that watched the whole thing. The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she is out there, and I...
He gestures feebly with an arm, grimacing.
Listen, I am without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son?
His already bruised, purpled face reddens further.
That woman should be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare.
Maybe I can reason with this woman. Where should I start? What's that again? Maybe I can reason with this woman. Where should I start?
They call her Mokeha. I imagine she is back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north. Then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
With that, he sags back against the mattress, clearly exhausted. I am wondering to myself if I want to do everything in Portmage. Portmage. I'm gonna go with Portmage. We're probably not gonna go to the inn quite yet, just because we have no reason to go to the inn. We're definitely gonna go to the inn because I know there's a very minor quest there we can take, but maybe we'll say that we'll go to the inn like after the dig site or something. Kind of after all is said and done. Do I want to go to pick up like as many quests as I can? We just have like it makes no sense.
What
to go to
marvelous carvings!
Oh, yes. This one is many centuries old. Blessed by Ngati herself.
But I guess we have no real
Magnificent.
reason to go to the jail either, and yet we do. Look, as I go to the jail. Yeah, maybe we're just gonna... We've had a long walk. Maybe we're just gonna clear up, like, collect the quests here, and in the next video, we'll start to go on some of those quests, beginning with dear old Rinko's problem.
Yes? What is it I can do for you?
The watch commander looks up at you after her listless greeting, and you notice she has a dark bruise around one eye. She grimaces but does not turn away. What happened to you? We're gonna say that a lot. She's gonna be concerned with what people are thinking, feeling, yada yada yada.
What happened? I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without warning.
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Who's Darmo? Do we ever happen upon Darmo?
Something you wanted?
I don't see many guards around here.
We are stretched thin. The Storm Speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there.
Damn. Darn. Savia glances up at Zoti, expression flat, but keeps silent.
Now I have Ilari's people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Botso kicks up his heels like a prince.
That is not family friendly either. Darn. When I was growing up, Dam was not family friendly.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I humbly offer my services. Let me out and I will bring you this Ilari's teeth.
Shut it, Rigere.
I like Rigere, but I'm not gonna... I'll explain this after. I could go speak with this Ilari.
Kue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I hear by choice. Why do this?
Okay, here's a really good time to point out, sometimes being passionate will let you say things like, Aethys is responsible for all of this. I've had enough of the gods upending people's lives whenever they feel like it. We're never gonna respond passionate responses like this. We don't have it. Yulutli A doesn't have it out for Aethys, and B doesn't have such like a flippant relationship with the gods. Here, of course, as I've always said, we're gonna go with benevolence first. I lost a lot in the storm myself. I want to help.
I wish more felt as you do. I might get a full night's rest. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
If we complete this quest, we could free Rigere right now and hire him for our ship. But we could get a discount. Really? But we could get a discount if we completed this quest for her first. I'm not going to hire Ruggieri. He's a drunk. And Eldingram, no. Eldingram and probably Oswald later, another character you can pick up, are going to be the only drunks on my ship. First impressions of Rumdum Ruggieri are not good, and we just don't need him on the ship. So we're going to have a bit of a standard for ship hands. Eldingram is already there, and later we'll find someone else whose life we save, and I'll probably let him on the ship. But I'm going to hire a few respectable people for the ship. Let's go down the Kraken's Eye. We're tired.
The Juana ought to keep to themselves.
We need a rest.
And when the next storm hits...
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you.
Rather large man behind the counter glances your way, smiling grimly. Thorol does not sound Balian.
Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink.
He slides a murky pint of ale across the counter towards you. That's cool. By the way, just because I'm not hiring drunks doesn't mean that Yolutli is a teetotaler. Like, everybody drinks around here. And if my own small understanding of, I guess, food history is correct, sometimes it was just because there was no clean water to drink. You know, there's salt water in the sea. You just didn't have modern filtration systems. But ale or alcohol was safe to drink. Anyways, so she drinks. She just doesn't approve overconsumption. How can you tell?
No secret to it. We haven't had a new ship in port since the storm rolled through. And yet, here's a stranger in my tavern.
Any chance you saw the fight between Rinko and Mokeha?
Mokeho? That'll be the Juana the poor fool got into a dust-up with, I expect. Yeah, I saw it. Made a real mess, they did.
Mokeho? Sir, clearly there is an A at the end of her name.
The two of them were having a game of cards, far as I could see. Guess things between them soured in a hurry. I kicked the Juana out, had a few men carry what was left of Rinko home.
So they were playing against each other?
Well, yeah. Think maybe Rinko wasn't expecting one of the Juana to know the game so well. He looked real nervous by the end.
Do you know who started it?
Could have been anything. Rinko doesn't know when to quit talking, and some of those Juana are real serious types. As far as I'm concerned, we owe the Storm Speaker for keeping the town in one piece. Don't mean I'd invite her people over for tea.
Do you know Rinko?
Well, no more than most. He's a hard man to like, let's say. Came here with the wife, an animancer, one of Odorisi's lot. The governor could tell you more there.
That's all the questions I had.
Sure. Just hope you don't mean to dredge anything up again. Leave the feuding for the Blue Bloods.
What's this about the runes?
They're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea.
He pauses, fixing you with a considering eye.
Well, tell you what. I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount.
He slides the key across the counter towards you. I'll see what I can do.
I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
With a final nod, he turns away.
A giant? Thomas mad.
Maybe. There are strange things out there.
I feel like I had a thought, but I've forgotten what it is. What's this intrepid door here?
Don't remember ordering more drinks. Thought I'd locked that thing.
A glassy-eyed gentleman before you bears the miserable expression of the recently sober. He smells like he's been pickling in a cask for a few days.
Thing is, the way doors work, right? And I realize this is complicated, is that you close them and then uninvited people stay on the other side. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces.
Thorol wants you out of here.
Does he now? And what are you supposed to do about it?
Sometimes we're going to intimidate when it doesn't lead directly to violence. And I don't know. Yeah. Let's do that one. You can leave on your feet or get dragged out by the ankles. Your choice. Galleon sneers for a moment, but something in your expression squelches his confidence in a hurry. He scratches nervously at his beard.
All right. Just keep your boots on. We're leaving. Thorol wants us out on the streets so bad, so be it.
You serious, Galleon? Where are we supposed to go?
The Amau woman glowers at you before following him out. She looks to be a Rautai Amau woman. There we go. Good. Let's go. I think that guy sells drugs. But we're not a drug taker. Clean. What was another game? Oh yeah, Fallout uses drugs.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be?
I cleared out that room for you.
Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it, and for a job well done, here's your pay.
He sets a damp leather coin pouch on the counter. We got some positive reputation with Portmache, and we gained 12,000 copper. Do I want to stay the night? I don't. If you were to take sort of the reality of all things into account, you could go for days without sleeping so long as you weren't injured. But the cool thing is if you actually pay for your rooms, like sometimes you can get a room for free and it'll just sort of heal your whatever wounds you have, but you can also get bonuses if you stay in like priced rooms. So all we have to do is go chat with Governor Clario, and then that's a nice little balcony there. Rooftop balcony. That's pretty cool. house all covered. Governor Clario's estate. Of course, the biggest freaking house in the entire village. Entire port. Entire trading port. Yes. Trading port.
Happily.
Alright, let's talk to Governor Clario.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valiant Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port March.
He spreads his hands in a subdued flourish.
I'd like to say the pleasure's all mine, but I try not to lie. Don't worry, I'm only here on account of her.
She bobs her head in your direction.
Of course. I see you've been as quick to involve yourself as ever.
Clario's tone is polite, but there's a strained edge to his wide smile as he turns from Zutti to address you.
Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge.
He spreads his hands in an apologetic gesture. Now we're gonna be passionate. Yeah, it's there. I could say strange events. No, I'm gonna say strange events.
A few, well, quite a few people here in Port Marge claim to have seen a giant of some kind during the storm.
Clario winces.
I would call it a flight of fancy, but unless something has tainted every well in the region, I do not think it can be ignored. But then, the Deadfire is a land full of such things. You must have heard the stories.
That wasn't a giant, it was Aethys. The governor mouths a voiceless ah of understanding and studies you for a moment.
You'll find good company among the Dawn Stars here in town. They have all manner of theories concerning the behemoth.
He rifles casually through a few papers.
Now, to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn.
I get it. Things are falling apart, and you need me to save you.
I would not put it just so, but let's move on. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here. You're familiar with the Luminous Adra trade?
I know that Luminous Adra is native to the Deadfire. What do we need to pass this one? Metaphysics, we don't have it.
It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing.
Ultimately, of course, sees the necessity of making money, which is the reason she will take bounties when they come upon her. But she's not quite as money hungry. She's nowhere near as money hungry as the Valiant Trading Company. Get to the point, Clario.
We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise. And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that? We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. Which is where you come in. You need a ship, I need information. See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way.
Aethys is out there stomping across the island, and you're worried about some research?
Well, if Aethys happens to strike down the council, perhaps then I will have time to spare for him.
Clario lets out a sharp breath, evidently flustered by his own outburst. A thoughtful Zoti rubs a knuckle along the edge of her jaw because of the past.
Do not, please do not repeat that. We each have our debts. Whatever you believe is going on, you can see it for yourself. That is precisely what I want.
Fine, if it gets me off this island.
Gilard, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here.
You'll do it for the Watcher, but not for me? I see how it is.
With a discontented sound, she crosses her arms over her chest.
Yes. Why wouldn't I want a pack of Dawn Stars crawling over my Adra mine in search of their lost deity?
Clario darts a quick, sour look in Zoti's direction.
One more thing. If you should recover Odorisi's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Level up? Why are you telling me about level up now, tutorial guy? Where do the tutorials go? How do I get them? Maybe in journal. Ah, nope. I tapped 2 buttons at once. Level up. No, I know about the ship UI. Level up. Oh, well, that's it. We're gonna go with Zuti. Zuti's gonna do alchemy, because I can craft stuff later, and she's also gonna do religion. I'm almost going to have her uniquely focus on religion. It's just such a massive part of her personality, and that way, so long as she's in my party, I'll be able to pass almost any religion check that I feel like responding to. But mostly, it's just because, like I say, it's such a massive part of her personality. Ooh, what shall we take? I think, what does this give us? Strong inspiration gives us +5 to might. Insightful gives us +5 to perception. We can take this guy. Oh, and we can also have some level 2 spells. And +5 resolve. No. Oh, I'm also going to give her iconic perception. If she has it, I know that she likes to use it. And here we are going to go with mechanics again, just to get us through this island, and survival. And here we're going to go with the weapon and shield style and the stances. And for Ulutli, we are gonna go with athletics, and we are gonna go with diplomacy. diplomacy. Eventually I might put a little bit more into history. I'm not going to take any intimidate. I'm going to rely on characters in my party to give me some intimidate. Geez, what does this do? Increasing their accuracy. Yeah, I usually do that one. Weapon and shield style. Inspiring triumph. Inspired defenses when taking damage. Gain an armor. Rating bonus. I'm gonna take 2 weapon style, and I'm gonna take zealous aura for now, and I'm probably gonna take the accuracy aura. That's definitely gonna be it for this video. In the next video, we're going to go on some of these quests that we received. Probably first to the Juana village to clear that one up. Anyways, that's it. I have been Nud, the pacifist sword. And this has been Yolotti, adventuring through the Deadfire. Roll credits. I'll see you next time.